Alright, so what do we do here, guys? What do we do here? So we just want a late invade. So let's figure out whether we win 3v3 or what's the range advantage. Olaf is pretty good early here. Let's just fix up the webcam. Okay, I guess we could try a late invade here. But I think in general... Is that a Cho'Gath support? Oh, wait, sorry, that's... Oh, you're asking Raid this question here about the fastness center. Okay, so this game... I thought that was a general question, Ray. My apologies. I didn't even realize we had a set in this game. So, let's get focused up on here. Alright, so let's just start this again, because we've been reading chat. Alright, so this is Olaf versus Zhao. This is EU West. Looks like we have a Cho'Gath center bot lane. I got a Jackson to set top lane. I don't really like ganking set as Olaf. I think just try and play for bot. Play bot mid here. That's what I would do. Zhao starts. Blue, I wonder how he reacts as he notices happening. Shit, he's got no idea. Oh, no. Oh, he does know. Oh, so what does Olaf do? So Olaf goes straight to his red here. Zhao level 3 ganks mid there. That's a very good gank, right? Holy shit. That's huge. That's game-winning stuff. Just a quick note, guys. Even if you know... let's actually just break this one down for the Zhao's perspective. They actually have no idea they started the red, unless their movement. Okay. I think they know now. Okay, yeah, they probably know at this point. So what I would do here is, yeah, like getting the level 3 here is so important, guys. Like, I can't emphasize it. I see a lot of reviews where there's like they panic and they do blue and then they go to the red and stuff. It's just like get the level 3 first, you know, and then gank mid, because this is really, I mean, this is a huge recovery from Zhao, you know. In a way, what Olaf has just done here actually doesn't even mean that much anymore, in a weird way, guys. You know, it's not even a weird way. It's just the reality of how League of Legends works. I mean, there's a no flash Zoe against a Zhao. Like, just help me, Zoe. I can't tell if that lane invade was just really just lost us the game. I guess if Zhao was here, the game would look a lot different. It's a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? If he just started red here and then he just normally passed down bot, and then I guess in hindsight he would have been able to potentially double crab, maybe not. I mean, we got a Lux Varus, they'll probably have priority bot. We'd probably have to path top this game if we weren't going to invade. We'd have to do blue and path up here. So yeah, this is a tricky one. I guess pose the question here. You know, I don't know the answer to that. I think the answer is actually no. I mean, look at this. I mean, he's just getting pressured. He's not far ahead. He's the same CS as Zhao anyway. So you really got to think about invade sometimes, guys. So 9 gank says, what if gank mid wasn't available? Zin, would you have recommended? No, that gank's always available for Zhao. 9 ganks. Unless Zoe wards that, it's going to be... You can do something there. You can probably burn a flash, especially with Xin Zhao at least. So that's still a lot of pressure, regardless. It's actually really your only option, to be honest. So... He's just going to do it, you know? I guess it's sort of like, well, the enemy jungler to sort of, maybe he could have, you know, told them that he was going to come there or something. I don't know. It's an interesting one. Welcome to the stream, Midface. So they get TP'd on here by Set. Yeah, Set's gonna slaughter these guys, man. Set's just so hard as Olaf. Because he out damages you and he's like melee and it's just a disaster. Shit. This is not the early game we want as Olaf. I mean, we're literally even CS with behind, technically even CS with Xin Zhao, so... Okay, utilizing mid priority to take his Raptors. Cool, cool, cool. So we know that Xin Zhao must be topside at this point. Okay, now he's moving to bot side. He's going to show on that ward. We just take the dragon. So let's assess our kill threat here. I guess the moment he misses that axe, it's just game over there. I mean, so let's just think about kill threat. So Cho'Gath's level 5. He's quite useless in these situations. Senna has Noon Quiver. Do we go on the Lux? Lux has Flash. I don't know if we know that. I mean, you've got to say here in general, guys, is that, yeah, they have Exhaust as well. Is that the actual highest priority target in this fight would be Varus, who has, he definitely does the most damage here, Serrated Dirk, okay? So, if you're going to fight this, you would have to go on Varus, but I think you just back out here anyway. I don't see the kill threat here. Cho'Gath is literally not a champion. He's going to be able to do 1 Q, and that's about it, okay? So, yeah, I think that poor assessment of kill threat. We don't win this. Varus is very strong. This item, this item first buy is ridiculously strong, by the way. You see some builds, they actually build this and then they build a different mythic. That's how good this item is. Serrated Dirk. 30 AD and 10 lethality at like this time of the game is just incredible. Bang for your buck. Alright, well I think that's pretty much end of review here. I mean, Olaf is just... Yeah, we just haven't done anything. Bots lose into the game's over. Yeah, this is an interesting one, guys. Part of me thinks maybe we overcomplicated the game with the invade, but I guess this is sort of Xin Zhao really just... You know, just did the only thing he could do and it just works. I mean, if I'm Olaf and Xin Zhao gets that mid gank off, I'm like... I'm like, this is just GG, honestly. So why is the late invade bad? The late invade doesn't go as well as it could because Xin Zhao starts blue. So that's the thing. So sort of like these situations, you sort of like want to have an idea that they're going to start. Because if you think about it from Xin Zhao, if I'm Xin Zhao, again, I would 100% be pathing bot. Okay, so think about it from Xin Zhao's perspective. Jax, ganking Jax, it's difficult. You know, he counter strike, he just counters you and shit like that. You're gonna have hard priority bot like Sawyer, you need to protect them early. So it actually makes sense for him to not be here in a way. I think we could actually predict this, and then that actually makes this invade not so hot anymore in a way. I guess he's sort of like maybe the mindset right now is just trade starts the map. But you know what? It actually doesn't even matter. Actually, guys, I have a great example for you, actually. I will always remember this. Sometimes it doesn't even matter if you do this because you actually don't have to trade sides of the map. I want to show you an example here. It's from the LCO, one of the first weeks, from Pabu, who was in MSI. What game was it? It was Pentanet versus, yeah, Mammoth. Here we go. Yeah. And this is almost the exact same situation as well. Alright, so let's get this up. This is actually really going to be really helpful for you guys, okay? This is sort of just explaining, just like, you got to really think through invades a little bit more. It's not as simple as I invaded means I get advantage. Not necessarily. Okay, so let's look at this guy. So you see here. So we're looking from the perspective of Viego here, Pabu. The team that went to MSI and they beat Cloud9, which was a meme. Alright, so you see how they do the lane invade here and they start blue here, okay? So obviously the standard thing, again, in Olaf's mind is like, okay, he's just going to trade sides here, right? Like he's going to go my red, I want to defend the red. That's sort of the mindset you get into as Olaf. Again, this is exactly what or if we just saw did, okay? So then what happens is, you know, he just does this and then he crosses mid, okay? Whoops, should we go skipping a little too fast? So he crosses mid and then you see this, he knows that his bot camps are gone. He actually knows this because they had this warded before, okay? They actually had the Raptor pit warded, if you guys saw that. So he actually doesn't give a flying fuck, okay? Just runs bot and just double kills bot. And the game is literally just over. Like, I can't explain to you how over it is. Look at this. Bot's pushing up, just ganks bot, is level 3. You know, remember he knows his red and Raptors are gone, but sometimes you just don't care. You just play towards your Thresh here. You know, your wink on. Look at this. Dead hook. Like the way that I view this is the same as that Xin Zhao gank mid. It's just over. You know, you don't even care if you've lost your red and Raptors at this point. You've just blown Nautilus Flash. Your ADC has all sums up still. You know. Yeah, that's the thing. The amount of time it takes to do red Raptors and then come here to do red Raptors. Because remember, the really awkward thing about this is that when you do red Raptors and you come here to do the red, you're still not level 3. Unless you like soak up some experience there. So then you have to do 4 camps. So you sort of like have to commit. But overall, Olaf's champ identity is like to get that level 4 and look for a double crab. I find that that's just better on him. Unless the late invade is just really good and you know they're going to start red. So again, that invade is fine if he starts red, but the fact that they start blue both times, you actually get fucked in a way. You actually always lose that situation. I've thought about this a lot. Like, yeah. It's really interesting. Because technically, like, there is counterplay to it, but like, when you look at it, it does not, you know? It's interesting. This is why we love jungle, guys. It's fascinating. Does that make sense, guys? Did we learn some things here? And this is sort of just showing as well. Don't worry. Do not stress when your red and Raptors are gone. If you get these 3 camps, you're level 3, you're useful on the map. You can actually gank and be very strong. You know, maybe he could have done the same thing that Pabu did there and just run straight bot. It's very effective. Very effective. Yes, so the only way that this works is when they try and compensate and trying to go for the red. That's actually when it goes bad for the Xin Zhao Viego. Which again is weird because you're like, well, they took my red buff. I don't want to get 3 camps. But getting 3 camps is actually completely fine if you get ganks off like this. You know? Alright, so that's our first game here. Is this a no? There's no level 1 invade here, I don't think. Unless they burn summoner spells. So game 2, Rek'Sai versus Udyr. This is... Whoops. Yeah, Rek'Sai's really bad at invading. Unless you want to start W first, but it's so not good if you start W. You can't do your first camp. Challenger, 678 LP. This is ROI Demon. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. Alright, so what would your guys' game plan be? We've got an Alistair Zillion bot lane. We're into a Cassidon, we've got a Kiana. That sounds pretty good. Killing Aurelia is very easy and fun. Path bot, Parthian bot. I wouldn't path bot at all here. How do we kill bot? I don't see how we can kill. Zillion is literally a minion early game. So I think we play for top side this game. Let's see what he does. Make Aurelia go 0 and 10. I agree. I love ganking Aurelia. Alright, so we do 3 camp. Udyr, we know we're gonna match in. Okay. Okay, interesting. Looks like we're gonna do like maybe a 6 camp. Ah. No, 5 camp, yep. And then gank top. There's Udyr. Wait, Udyr has done... Udyr came here for the counter gank. This is actually pretty well played from him. Shit. Yeah. I'm actually just thinking about Udyr's perspective. That's actually very smart, guys. This is challenger stuff. He understands that. He understands that. Okay, they have the mid move. The mid move is the thing that's scary for Udyr here as well. Look at that. Gotta love Rek'Sai, guys. The E. Great patience. Great patience. Okay, that still doesn't really mean that much because Aurelia is still 21 CS to 9 CS and he's lost Crab here, so this is still interesting. But I think that that's the way to go because, yeah, so great patience to kill top. Resets, yep, no point checking that Crab, that is long gone. He's going to get double crabbed. He just goes straight bot here. Okay, I guess that we just get a good engage from Alistair. Why do they fight here? What goes on? Oh, he just walks up pretty greedily. Holy shit, it's actually a pretty good combo. That's an insane combo. We don't even need Rek'Sai here. Fascinating. So I guess Bard sort of just falls over himself there. Oh my god. Well, it doesn't get any easier than that, guys, right? Like, we just go bot. We go top, we get a kill. We reset, we go bot, we get 2 kills. Now we take Dragon because we saw Udyr come up to top side. I'm a little frustrated with Udyr this game. What does he do? I'm all looking at Udyr's perspective. Ah, he's standing still because he thinks Rek'Sai is coming for him. So he tries to help this, and then he knows it's gone, and then he goes and double crabs. Yeah, what does he do here after the crab? So he can't do... That's actually the thing that's changed with the 215 spawn, is you can't do a next full clear and then reset for that. What does he do now? So he knows these raptors we should know are gone. That's a waste of time to check that. You're not going to be able... Again, you should know Rek'Sai has reset to bot at this point. He must be here for a counter gank, but we have all this vision here. This is not going to work. I mean, if Udyr was here to counter gank this, I feel like we just win the game. Yeah, I mean, ganking Kiana, yeah. I guess this is more of a tracking problem for the Udyr. Like where else could Rek'Sai possibly be? Right? Like, he didn't contest the top grab. Maybe he's thinking he's just going to repeat gank top, potentially. So let's note here, is this a tracking problem from Udyr? But I guess if you think about it from Udyr's perspective as well, is that bot is not even gankable. Bot just dies as well. You know, it's not like the wave is screwed as well. So that's actually an element of this as well. Yeah, this is just the way League of Legends works sometimes. Couldn't he just base and full clear to top again? Yeah. Oh, so yeah, he takes Dragon. Like, my top dying there, as Udyr, my top dying there is fine. I don't really care too much about that. It's just my bot dying there. Because when I double crab, I feel like I have full control of the game and know where they are at all times. So I'll be very upset. My bot dying there. Okay, did they just botch a dive here, I guess? Damn. Well played, Yone. Oh! Yone has eyes, not going to kill that. Pushes in the wave. Okay, I think this is pretty much game over. Wow. I mean, if you lose lane as Bard into an Alistair as well, just get me out, you know? Yeah, what's the takeaways from this, guys? I actually don't even know what the takeaways from this are. I mean, obviously well played to the Rek'Sai, right? Great patience in the kill top. Do you think Udyr should have not counter ganked top? That's actually a really good question. Because sometimes it actually doesn't matter that your top lane dies here. Honestly, because what happens is that they TP back and you get the crab anyway. But I sort of understand the idea from Udyr's perspective, but sometimes it's actually fine to just literally full clear. You know Rek'Sai's going to gank top, and then you just let him die, he TP's back, and you get crab. You fight the crab anyway. I mean, the wave's pretty big. I mean, I guess he's pretty low. Yeah. I guess we also have to worry about the Kiana for this play as well. Maybe what he does here, he needs to not sit in this bush and walk around instead. Whoops. Like, sit in the bush up here. But I don't think we should read too much into this. I think this is fine. Just throwing around some options. Right, so this is Hecarim versus Udyr. Challenger. Whoops, it's the wrong OPGG. Challenger. 751 LP. And this is Chongus, aka Bwipo. Gwen into Warwick. Oh my god, I feel like if Gwen gets an early lead on this, just left, right, good night. Yeah, I think pathing top here is good. I mean, if you punish the no TP as well, and we're against an Udyr as well, so yeah. You know what, to be honest, guys, if I was versing a different jungler here, if I was versing Elise, I would actually probably path away from the Gwen. Because I'm fucked top. I can't actually fart top at all here. Does that make sense, guys? Well, that was just a hard win 2v2. But I think the fact that we're versing Udyr here, it's fine. Because Udyr's just going to level 4 camp. Just 4 camps. And we can do a bit of a biff. Because that's the thing, I feel like... Udyr versus Hecarim matchup, like in certain situations, like, so it's weird, like I feel like that there's not an outright person that sort of wins out here, because what's it called, you have Conqueror and he takes Phase Rush, so technically your combat is a little bit stronger, but again, Phase Rush, if he kites you correctly, he can come in chunk, Phase Rush away, and then come in for another chunk, and you're a little bit screwed. Yeah, that's actually a good question. My opinion would be, I thought Warwick would do well into Gwen. Let's just take a look at this. Oh, she just gets level 2 first. What the flying fuck is going on here? Okay, that's really bad. Is that just because of the leash? I would not let my Warwick leash out. This is like end of review for Udyr, dude. You can do leashless blue and path bot, it's fine. No, but he should still be pathing top. I think you can't let Warwick sit on his own here with no TP. If he loses, you'll basically lose the game. I don't even think this is a Bwipo game. This is like the enemy team falls over themselves, okay? I mean, pathing towards an Echo Ezreal, sure. But again, at the end of the day, like, we're against a Rel Valkos. They're probably not going to do much even if Udyr path bot anyway. God, some pretty shocking trading going on here from Warwick. He just doesn't get level 2. Alright, let's just get rid of this game. Let's do the other Hecarim game. Whoops, that's Viego game. Okay, maybe just no one knows what she does, I guess. Alright, let's go for next round. This is Hecarim versus Udyr again. Alright, what would you guys do? We've got Willy Wonka on our team. Where would you guys pass? We've got a Thresh Jinx into Bard Ezreal. I think we would just path bot, yeah? Pathing into Thresh. Someone said top, Jinx maybe. I have a support friend that memes me for not pathing towards Thresh lanes. But he's like biased his supports. Like sometimes it's not always good, but like it always is in my head. Because he's like, you're just trolling pathing away from a Thresh lane. But he's biased, he's a support player, right? Yeah, I guess Gragas weak side's fine. Let's path bot. Let's have a crack. Yeah. I think we could do both. Maybe. I actually think we could do both. Where's Udyr gonna path? If I was Udyr, I'll probably also path bot because I wanna biff bot. Okay, he's pathing bot. Yeah, I mean, you're not there to do anything. You're there to make sure that they survive in the lane. I don't even care if you gank or anything like that. Because if Jinx, like, Thresh, like, can get some control of that lane, it's very good for you. If they... Basically, the way that if Jinx and Thresh die early, it's worse for me. It's really bad. Because Bard will just perma-roam, and then Ezreal can weak... It's just a disaster. Oh, did he make bot leash? Oh, shit. Oh, mamma mia. Yeah, this is really good for them. Jinx, Thresh. I'm loving life right now as Hecarim. It doesn't get better than this. I think my Greg is just chilling top. I even might have a dive potential bot. Because I know Udyr started red. Because bot leashed. Again, if I'm Udyr, I would also do leashless this game as well. I would want my Bard and Israel to get into lane, starting lane. And I'll just path bot if I was at Udyr. This would have changed the game a lot for him, I think. Okay, cool. Okay, I guess they just do the... So this is always an interesting situation, guys. This is the way that I view this. This is what I call in League. I mean, this is what the meta sort of was for all these months, right? Like, this is what I call a stalemate early game. So what happens is he starts red, he full clears, he does nothing there. You full clear, you do nothing there. So basically, what always happens is it always comes down to you have two options in this situation. You either reset, Udyr resets, or something happens mid, okay? So Udyr come in here to help Ryze shove in this wave, because Ryze's is actually good, okay? But your mindset right now needs to be, I'm not playing for the fight as Udyr, okay? Because I know Hecarim's is here, okay? So, yeah, so just push in the wave, and they should just back off. Wait. Yeah, you gotta run away now, Mr. Udyr. Oh, wait, he just misplays this, I think. What the hell? Okay, he actually had the right mindset, I guess. I mean, he's pushing in the wave, right? Hecarim just goes on this. And then if he was to slap Viego right now, and then Q, E, and R... And Udyr has Conqueror as well. I feel like they don't lose that. Wait, no. He doesn't have Conqueror. Oh, he is Conqueror. Why do they lose this? Oh, I guess Ryze is just Yeah, Ryze is just useless. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they have a minion wave as well, sort of, a little bit. Yeah. Fuck. I guess Udyr should really just play for the wave here. Yeah. So again, your mindset as Udyr, it changes a lot there. If you know, I mean, you always know Hecarim's there, right? Because again, remember, go back to the stalemate mindset where he just starts there, full clears, you do this, help him push then in, Ryze, push, reset, and then all good, right? So I guess that Udyr's mindset needs to be to play for the wave. Because if I'm thinking about this as Udyr's perspective as well, if I get my beautiful reset off from my Ryze, which I will right now, I'm like, that's amazing for me for this game. He's up 5 CS, he's going to have a beautiful reset, and he's going to have this lane over Viego, and Ryze scales like a machine, right? So I think that what happens here is that he's not thinking long term for this game, you know? And I guess it's sort of close. Like, you might think you can win this as Udyr. But I guess Mr. Chongus here just obliterates them. Look at this. But yeah, that's really, really bad for Udyr. He just didn't get a beautiful reset off. Alright, posture's horrible here, guys. Let's just keep moving up. Alright, so Viego TP's bot. Yep, shopping top. Gets a free reset for Gragas. Good stuff. Good fundamentals. Gragas needs to base because he only has a Doran's ring. He has a lot of gold in his inventory. Well, he just bought an Oblivion Orb. He knows it's watered, playing patiently. He has a short window to gank this. He's level 6. I like this a lot. This is a good gank. Udyr's coming in hot. Udyr's coming in hot. I think we just win this. Oh, Aurelia's level 6 now. That's scary stuff. Oh, and he's got to ult defensively. Yeah, it's actually scary stuff. Guess well played to Aurelia here. She gets level 6. That's so smart, man. Well played, Mr. Aurelia. I think Gragas sort of screwed up the R. I feel like they should definitely win that. It's alright. It happens. Yeah, I guess it's probably worth Hecarim's off. No flash and no flash and R on. I mean, we're still in a great position here. As long as we don't die, I'm a happy chappy. Reset, good reset. Don't do dragon there. I like that. Come top camps, good. You lose too much tempo if you do dragon. And we're so far ahead, like, let's just be strong as possible. I guess Viego's just out of control and stuff. You know, the interesting thing about that, guys, is that Udyr did this to himself, you know, when he gave Viego that first blood kill and stuff, right? So that's sort of just the emphasis on if you screw up an early game like that, it's just like end of review, you know, like I can't emphasize enough. Again, if I die early there as Udyr, I'm like, well, fuck, I should have played for the wave. I've got to think about Rise scaling. Rise is in a great state. I sort of fucked the game. Because I can't explain to you guys the butterfly effect is what's happened here, is that Udyr comes here, okay? Like, so let's think about this right now. Let's say he pushes this in and backs off, okay? He needs to just fully kill this wave, and then Viego probably wouldn't have TP'd bot anymore. Because he wouldn't have been able to have a free thing. Because right now what would have happened is that... actually, I don't know. Saka, you're a mid laner. Do you... Like, let's say if you pushed in mid here, and then... do you TP back, or do you just walk back and save your TP as Rise? I mean, does anyone know here? So you walk back. That's right. Then you hold TP. So then what could happen is that then he would TP back. He would TP back. Cannon gives time. Then he wouldn't... Then he would have TP. So you see here, guys, how that just changes the entire game. You know? So you see how important that is? Because then Viego TP's bot and then they die. And that's just so shit. You know? And now it's like Viego's back in the game. Okay, well, you guys think Rise TP in there is also still troll? Yeah, probably. Yeah, so you would save TP. So there you go. And again, that's all like sort of Udyr's fault in a way. So that's, you know, that's why people hate junglers, guys, because we fuck up games like that for our mid laners and stuff. You know what I mean? Like the mid laner, the Rise just wants to like not fight and just chill out, but like Udyr's forcing a fight. Like, no wonder people hate junglers. You know what I mean? We do it to ourselves. Don't complain if you're a jungler when we do plays like this. Okay? You gotta have empathy for your laners. Understand what they want to do. Look at their mana pools. Look at their item spikes. Look at the matchups. Okay? Obviously, Udyr knew that Hecarim was there, right? I love these type of like details for like these type of things. It's interesting stuff.